Hello everyone, I'm Joanne. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to create with the fantastic Sealed for Christmas collection, and we're going to use the popular sentiments that's in the collection, but the popular sentiments don't have anything to do with Christmas. So the sentiments are like thanks, just a note, happy birthday, for you, best wishes, and I just love that. They all have shadow dies and I love the little font. Now in the Sealed for Christmas collection, you can of course do the poinsettias. You've seen me on some other videos do that. But today we're going to focus on the flowers and something that's completely not Christmas, but using the holiday deco embossing folder. How funny. I am an affiliate. All the links are below this video for you to click on to place an order. When you do that, I receive a small commission, and that's at no cost to you. You might see a little more button or show more button right down here below the video. That's what you click on, and then a box drops down and you'll see all the links. So you're going to love this embossing folder. So much fun. I did use my sealed twines here. If you do enjoy these sealed collections, which I do because they always make a nice almost bouquet of flowers on your card, it would be a good idea to get the sealed twine. This is so much fun. There's one cutting die. You cut it twice and it makes the twine. So we'll put it together like that and then we'll do a wax seal. I am going to do a wax seal in the craft room today. I used the crystal mix here from Spellbinders, and all the paper that I've used on here is Gina K. I've used Moonlit Fog, Lucky Clover, and Innocent Pink, which I love Innocent Pink. That is like one of my favorite colors that I've ever had in my craft room. So right now we're going to go ahead and start to emboss with this wonderful embossing folder. It looks like a warm sweater. So you know, everybody has a birthday. It just doesn't stop because there's a holiday season, you know, when we're making all of these holiday projects, you know. So you know, they do have birthdays. So, and some people, well, everybody deserves a birthday card and a Christmas card too, right? I'm going to put this in here. I always say that because I have a friend that has, I have two friends actually, that were born on Christmas Day. And it is a total big deal for them to get, even on Christmas Day, a birthday present and a Christmas present. Because everybody else does. Everybody gets two presents. Always remember that. I think that's so important to them, that their birthday does not get combined. Okay, we're going to run this through. Now this is not a 3D embossing folder, so I've used my sandwich right here that it says how to build a standard embossing folder sandwich. A, B, my standard embossing folder with the paper inside, and then cutting plate C on the top. Very simple. Most all machines have instructions now printed. So we'll just go ahead and emboss that. And let's look. I love Spellbinders embossing folders because they're big. I love that they're big because I can use them on a 5x7 card. I can also use them on a scrapbook page. Even if you wanted to do something like this and do, you know, pictures around. I love it that it is this size. Actually, what is the size? Let me tell you guys if you're new to Spellbinders. Yeah, that's 5 3/4 by like 8.5. Yeah, 5.5 by 8.5, actually, you could say. The design goes 5.5 by 8.5. So isn't that wonderful? Of complete half a sheet of cardstock. I love that. I love that from them. Okay, so we have that completed. Let's put that aside. And I just wanted to cut out my little best wishes with you guys, just to show you the shadow dies and right here. Oh, I wanted to show you this too. I've been showing everybody. On the Platinum 6, if you need a new machine or you're getting into crafting and want a machine, I do recommend the Spellbinders Platinum 6. I love this machine. It has an adapter sheet to even do embossing with your dies and stuff. It's absolutely wonderful machine. But I wanted to show you this. It has a little strip down here, especially if you do have this machine. It's raised just a little bit. You see it? See how you could see that little bit of, it's raised right here. And that's to give the center just a little bit of extra pressure on your machine. I love to use a magic mat. So I try to place my dies in the middle. Just so that I get, you know, that much pressure with them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, you know, but for the most part, I try to put most of everything more toward the center of my machine there because of that raised area. Not so much with the shadow dies, but this is intricate. So let's run this through. And I'm just going to run it back. Just because I'm on camera and I'm a klutz, and it would be my thing that I would just knock right into the camera. Don't you love a nice shadow die? Don't forget the little eye on the wishes. Isn't that cute? See, now I'll cut that off and I'll still use this paper. I use my paper till it's like almost nothing. I bet you guys do too. We're crafters. That's what we do. So let me take that little bit out of that E. There we go. And let me get my little dot off of here. Here we go. I'll put that over there on my letter. Get the best off. Nice. Nice crisp cut, right? Awesome. Let's see, is there anything else? No, that's it. Okay. So I just wanted to do just the embossing and a little bit of cutting with you. Show you how the machines work. And let's go ahead and do a little gluing. Now, I've cut this out of the clover. I love that color. Now, your flowers absolutely match up. Okay, here's the little one, you could tell. But right here is a little flat part. Let's see, on the flowers. See this little flat part right here? Each flower has that flat part. And you can easily match it up when you find where it goes, that little flat part. Right there. Easily matches up perfectly. So here's this little flat part here. This is the larger one, I believe. There is a larger, it's like small, medium, large, okay? But they match up perfectly. So make sure before you glue anything, this has been sitting on my desk for a day or so. I had a lot of work to do outside. Let's see. Oh, see, I had them wrong. Do you see that? So here's this one. See, they match up perfectly. I had a lot of work to do outside getting ready for fall. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple of days. And I was happy that I got it all done. Okay, let's go ahead and glue these on. So like I did, match them up first because like I said, they were sitting out here. I had it all ready to go the other day and I got so busy with the yard and everything that I had to just, I'm that type of person, is I could not stop. I just have to finish. Once I start doing stuff like that, it's like, oh my goodness, let's finish this. I'll add these on top. Okay. Now every time you add a layer, it always gives you more bulk and stability. So you'll always love that. So I already know that the small one goes there. And here's my little flat part, okay? And that will just kind of come right here. And they matches up perfectly. Turn this over. Give it a little glue. Now once again, I'm going to check this out because, nope, that's not the one. That's the one. Let me make sure. Yep. My grandfather that could build anything in his broken English, because he came over on the boat from Italy and went through Ellis Island and fought in World War I and, you know, that kind of thing, when what they did. But my grandfather, even in broken English, would always say, measure twice, a cut of once. I could still, even though I was young when he passed, I could still hear his broken English. Okay, here we go. And yes. Now, in the center of these little flowers, they're so pretty, but that gray just kind of sits there, right? So I want to go ahead with my little sparkles here. And I want to get the ones down here that are iridescent. So it's a crystal mix. So these are kind of white, and these are like iridescent down there, the lower ones that I have. And I want to put 3 small ones. Right, did I put 3? Yeah, I did. 1 in each of the small. So I'm just going to pick them up and drop it right in there. And being that they're iridescent, they pick up the colors of the gray and the pink around it. So it actually changes color with the way that you turn it, especially on the card. I think that is just so cool. It doesn't take much to make me very happy. Cute. Let me move that aside. Okay, we'll need a couple more of those a little bit later. Let's go ahead and glue our words. Oh, I thought, oh no, that's been sitting there a couple of days. I thought I misplaced the I, the dot for the birthday, but I didn't. Let's get these guys off of here right now. Let's do the I for the wishes and the I for the birthday. That's funny. I was like, for sure, I've lost that. But I didn't. Yeah, by the time I worked outside, and then I had to clean the house because, of course, I drug grass in like none other. So I had to do all of that, and yeah, I just really got busy the past couple of days. But it's Wednesday. Sunday, I think I got really creative and did like 3 videos. That was last Sunday. But I love doing this. If I'm creating, I like to make a video. One of these days, I'm going to get the guts to just turn the camera on and work on the fly. And I have never been that way. 10 years I've been doing this, over 10 years. And I've never been one. I envy those girls that can just turn that camera on and go for it, you know? Be like, okay, what do I want to do here? Well, I'll just put this here and that here, and I know this and I know that. We'd be on here for 6 hours. So, and they get it done in like 45 minutes. I'm like, how did they do that? That's funny. I watch everybody too. I like to watch videos. Look how sweet that looks, right? That pink and that gray is so pretty together. I love her innocent pink. Gina K's innocent pink. My favorite pink for sure. Did I get that glued down already? All right. We are on it here. Here we go. Just happy. And then, well, let's put some of the card together. And then we're going to make wax seal. We'll do that last. Boy, it's fall. It's time to just sit in this craft room for hours on end. Not like I don't do anyway, because I do. I craft every day. I'm going to put my foam on here. I might as well. Or most every day. Let me say this. Yeah, most every day I craft. Had to take just a couple days off there to get the yard in order. Let's see, is that too thick? I think that'll make it. But now the next thing is cutting the bushes for the fall. I have a lot done already though. I kept them really, I haven't really cut them for the fall. I kept them all trimmed back really nice this summer. So I don't really have that much of that to do for the fall. So here's that. Good. Okay, now let's move these aside. Right, this way they're ready. Let's bring our card base in. Oh, here's the inside. What are we going to do with the inside? What did I do? Oh, I put the best wishes in there. Oh. I lost where I was at, didn't I? I was like, oh, was I putting the happy birthday best wishes on the outside? You could, then put something different on the inside. But I thought this would be pretty good. Oh, and I popped that up with foam, didn't I? I have to take that off. I don't want foam on the inside of the card. So we'll put a little glue down on the best. Right there. And wishes. We'll just take that one off too. There we go. No big deal. That's the greatest thing about crafting, right? It's like, it's paper, no big deal. We'll put this on the inside of our card. Just like that. Nice. Now, we want to work with our sealed twine. These guys have to come together like this. So that's what we're going to do first. Put this down. Just like that. Now, the whole thing with this is figure out where you want it on your piece. You know, you might be putting it in the middle or wherever. And then I just kind of hold it there in the center. And then I just take these sides and I bend them as close to that cardstock as I can get it. And you might need to fool with it just a little bit. Roll them around and bend them. Do the same thing here. Just kind of roll it around the side of your card and bend it back. Okay. Now you have these two nice landing places for glue. Isn't that wonderful? Put this here. I've got both glue bottles going today, right? I've got the fine tip and the larger tip. I like to use that larger tip when I'm gluing stuff like this down where it has, you know, embossed areas on it. Okay, now we want to make sure that we are even. And we just want to bring that in. I'm liking it. Just like that. I'm just going to fold that back. See, I've held my thumb so that nothing's moving. Little glue. There we go. I'll press that down. Absolutely. Now let's put our happy and our birthday on here. Now I did this because I definitely want to see where to land those flowers, right? I'm just going to offset these guys just a little bit. And now I'm going to bring my card base in. This fills the whole front of the card, so it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. You can make it any size you want. It does not have to, you know, cover it. You can make a border, whatever you like to do. I love the deboss side of that. I love that. That's really, really cool looking. I really like that. Let me put a little bit more glue over here. Down there. Here we go. Right down on our card base. There we go. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my little flowers in here. See how nice they slip under there? And then we have our little tails hanging out. And then I'll know where to snip them a little bit. I want that right about there. So here I'm going to place a dot. in adhesive dot. These are from scrapbook.com. I'm a big one on this package because you get so much of it for such a fantastic price. Okay. Notice I'm not gluing down my stems because this is going to hold it, and then this is going to come down too. So let's see where this goes. Let's land that right about in there. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, how nice. Just a couple of flowers in a vase, right? So let's go ahead. And I'm going to get a little one out. I don't know, will that fit? If it fits, I'm going to use it. I just don't want it. Yeah, it did. It did fit. I was going to get a little one, but that one did fine. Okay, I'm going to put this in here. Now I put that little flower underneath this little stem right here, and I'm going to let these guys kind of cross over right about up in here at some point, okay? I'm going to clean up and get ready for the wax seal, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my wax seal stuff out. I have pink and gray beads. These gray are kind of like a pearlescent. And I have 4 of the pink and 2 of the gray. I'm going to drop them in my little spoon here. Now I started out with more wax because I have this seal right here as a key. I just got this at Hobby Lobby. I thought it was so cute, the key. So when you first start out with more wax than what you need because there is waste, and when you pour it, you're not going to get all of it out of there. I might even have to add 1 or 2 to that. The other thing that I wanted to tell you is like your wick. Okay, let me show you here. I have 2 new candles here. See how long the wick is here? Right there, you could see it. That you absolutely don't want. My wick is very short. When I blow that out when we're done, I'll show you. My wick is very short. That helps keep down the black soot and any kind of smoke that might happen. Always trim your wick before you start again, okay? I learned that with it. Now, some people, and I do this, if I'm making a lot of them, I keep a bag of ice, like I put a Ziploc bag on like a little saucer of ice, and I cool down this spoon. That also helps with any soot or black that could form at the bottom of it. You know, when you're heating something up like this. I have some toothpicks. I keep this in my box. So I just made a little baggie full of toothpicks. Or you could use your pokey tool or whatever you want to. But I give it a little zhuzh and a stir, especially if I have a couple of colors in there, which I have that silver in there with that pink. That other one came out like pretty muted up, mixed, and I'm trying not to touch it too much. See, it was like I mixed it all together here. I wanted more swirls. That's what I'm going for, but who knows, you know. So, so you do the best you can and have fun with it, because that's what this is. And you are putting your own personal touch on this beautiful card. Makes it, you know, when I saw them do this technique in the crown, I was like, oh, it's an old technique. I didn't even realize it, you know. I did not realize that it had history to it. You know, the wax seal. So I'm still letting it melt, and I'm just kind of trying not to move too much of it around. But it's okay because I'm making lines in it. Just gonna let that melt. Just a second or 2 more. We're really there. I think I have enough wax. Let's go for it. If not, you know what happens? We cut it up. Oh yes, I do have enough. That's wonderful. And we remelt it. No big deal. This is another thing you want to have to the side is some paper towel, okay? Napkin, paper towel, I always wipe. Now I'm going to come right over top of it. I like to rest the heel of my hands because I shake a little. And just let that sit. Ooh, that's going to come out nice. Okay, I'm going to blow this out. Okay. Now, do you see kind of over here, my wick is very, very, very short. I'm letting everything cool. I'm so excited to do this on camera. That is absolutely, I was like, I don't think I'll ever be doing that on camera. I'm trying to get this out of here with my toothpick, just to show you how, you know, you really don't waste all that much, okay? You can put this back into, and melt it, you know, back into whatever you want and melt it again if you wanted to. But I just wanted to show you. And then I just take my paper towel, I make sure I clean the bottom, and this, everything that's metal gets hot, okay guys, because yeah, one time I touched that there with my finger and I got a little burnt, but it holds the heat too, I'll say that. So I really clean this out well while the wax is you know, melted. It's just easier that way, honest. I promise you, it's just easier. There you go. And we're ready for me to do, you know, if I was going to do multiple, of course I would not clean it, you know, so, but we're not doing that. So let me check this out. This is a good way too to check that. I remove my little fuzzy fur hairs, whatever you want to call them. And then, you know, you could just put this back in somewhere if you wanted to, or you could throw it out. I'm just going to throw it in there with the pink. It has a little bit of gray tones to it. Maybe we should put it in with the light gray, right? It's like a whitish. Let's put it up here with the white. White and the gray. I'll put it up there. Just in case if I want to add a little bit of color to something. Okay? Let's see how we did. Okay. Ah, nice. I'll remove this. Oh, I think this came out really, really nice when it embeds like that. Oh, yeah. Wow, and it did get a little swirly. Still a little bit mixed up. I was looking for, you know, like some swirls in it, but I'm not going to complain. I like it. I think it came out okay. That's the greatest thing about wax seal, is that imperfection is perfection. I love it. Okay, let me think. I think I want to get my silver pen. This is like paint. And I'm just going to go over my key. I got this kit. I'll link you one up from Amazon that's like this. I can't remember. I think I did. I got this from Walmart. But then I saw them on Amazon, and I could have even saved more money. And this came with everything you see that I'm using. So it's really inexpensive. That looks great. How fun is that? I love the key, right? And like I said, I just got those at Hobby Lobby. Of course, Spellbinders, scrapbook.com, everybody has them. And but this is the kit that I got. Many, many colors. I've been having a ball with it. So I think you will too. And I think it's something, I don't think that it's something that's like just going to pass us by. I think it's going to stay. That is adorable. I love the key. I love that. Would it go? It would not go. No, that's upside down. It would go like that. Okay. So now what I've done for the back here, you can punch out, like they have the dots that you could put on here. You could punch out a circle. I just had some double-sided tape, and I'm just going to stick these on the back here. If I can, I'm not sure I think that paint's dry enough to flip it over. Just need to catch that paper and not the, there we go, coming up. Here we go. So I'll just put like a few of these back here. Trying to just burnish that paper away. This piece is so teeny tiny, right? There we go. And we'll put this one on. And right there. Good. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take this. my key just like that. Oh, I just love it. I want my stems. See, I don't want to see the crossover there, okay? But I don't want them too far away from each other either. So we're going to come down right here. And I'm going to just place that. That's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and give them a little haircut on a little angle. Cute. Perfect. And now what we have is, this is bouncing, okay? So underneath, I'm just going to use some glue dots. Or you could use a piece of double-sided tape. Just taking that backing off underneath there is just a little bit difficult, so I find that the glue dots are perfect. Each and every time you do a wax seal, that's wonderful. Now there's no bouncing. These are down. We're in good shape. Every time you do a wax seal, it will come different, and it will come fantastic. It is perfect imperfection is a wax seal. I hope you enjoyed this card today. I love you being in my craft room with me. Thank you so much. And I hope that you will, oh wait, I forgot to put a couple of embellishments. Yeah, I hope you go ahead and try to duplicate this card. So let's do a large right here. I love that iridescent. And then we'll do a medium. Isn't that pretty? It picks up the pink and the gray. Oh, I just love it. And we have 5 nice sparkles all over our card here. Thank you again so much for watching. Please have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.